All right. And good afternoon, everyone. We got a good crowd in here. Hey, lights over the Bridgewater Triangle. Good to see you again. Hi, Travis the Brick. I'm not a dick. I'm actually quite nice. I'm sure you are. Hey, Teresa Danton. Scott Cervini. How you doing? What else do we have here? Michelle Canham Free. Awesome. Good to see y'all here. Fulcrum, Goddess of Integrity. Paradox. Awesome. Good to see y'all here. So, this again is a free chat. I kind of gave it a title. Archons, demons, or angels, demons, archons, oh my. Spirits of every kind. And there are everywhere spirits of every kind. So I thought we could talk about them, discuss them, and separate them out. Hey, Michelle, how you doing? I thought we'd start off with gods at first, because we didn't even put gods in the title. Any better, it'd be a sin. Nice, Scott. Good to hear it. World has become unrecognizable. Depends on your perspective, Michelle. For some people, it really hasn't changed at all. For some, yeah, totally different world. Lions, tigers, and bears, oh my, yeah. But the spirit world has pretty much stayed the same over these millennia. Probably added a few extra to it. What was that you had there? You posted something for us there, Paula. I'll check that out. Let's see here. I have to go for open up a YouTube tab here. Let's see here. Okay, let's see. Got it. Okay. TikTok. Oh, I hate these TikTok videos. The Great Wall of Siberia. Okay. Yeah. Oh. There we go. Let's share that up. I know Paula's got quite a bit to share with us today. Let's give a look at this.
Your ass now. The Great Wall of China. You mean the Great Wall of Tartaria? Let's take a look at a few.
Oh, that's an interesting perspective.
You can see Grand Tartary in the green and China in the red. Let's take a closer look. As you can see, the wall is circled around China. And again, another Tartaria map. You can see the wall is circled around China. And if you notice, the steep side of the wall is facing China, making it hard for any invaders to climb up. And if you look closely, you will see that the lookout posts are facing China, making it easy to pick off your enemies with crossbows one by one. So no, China didn't build that wall. The Tartarians did.
Interesting perspective.
Oh my days. Oh, we've got your ass.
Okay,
We've got your ass.
that's cool. I like the idea. Puts a different perspective on it, that's for sure. Audio. Let's see. World has become unrecognizable. Yeah. Great Wall of China, not the Great Wall of Tartaria, not China. Cool. That's kind of an interesting perspective. I like it. I had something else to share with you. Hold on. Liberate some guilt there for a few seconds. This is the Angry Albertan Canadian Ensemble. Here we go. Let's give a listen.
All right, who's ready?
It's cold Canadian winter.
On
You
the
gotta
first
sing.
dose of Christmas, Aziza gave to me a blood clot included for free.
On the second dose of Christmas, my Pfizer gave to me 2 heart conditions and a blood clot included for free.
On the third dose of Christmas,
Moderna gave to me myocarditis, 2 heart conditions and a blood clot included for free.
On the fourth dose of Christmas, the Janssen gave to me pericarditis, myocarditis, 2 heart conditions, and a blood clot included for free.
On the fifth dose of Christmas, bacteria gave to me Guillain-Barré, myocarditis, arthritis, heart conditions, and a blood clotting for free. On the
Interesting.
sixth dose of Christmas, humanity gave to me rash, aches, and swelling, Guillain-Barré, myocarditis, arthritis, heart conditions too, and a blood clot included for free. On the seventh dose of Christmas, the spike cat gave to me Bell's palsy, sweating, rash, pain, and swelling, Guillain-Barré, myocarditis, arthritis, heart conditions too, and a blood clot included for free. On the eighth dose of Christmas, the vector gave to me chest pain and tingling, Bell's palsy, sweating, rash, shakes, and swelling, Guillain-Barré, myocarditis.
Oops. We'll just play a bit of that. We'll see what happens. Oh, hold on. Still going in the background here. Yeah, that's a good song. I enjoyed it. Too funny. Yeah. It goes on like that. It's a good video. I'll share it here in chat. And you can share it with your friends, family, and anyone you like. Very succinct, very to the point. I really do enjoy that one. There we go. All right. Let's get you guys up here and see your opinions on angels, demons, archons, gods. What's your opinion? There's that small screen. There we go. Oh, that's not working for me. My whole family has already disowned me. Yeah. Many in the truther community are of that ilk. tending to have different opinions gets you noticed. So I'm going to play Swirling Galaxy, How Synchronous. Yeah. I'm going to play a video by Paula, if that's all right by you. She has some interesting stuff to show us. So just find it here. There it is. Okay. Where is it? That's the one. Okay.
You're the one. You're the
Not
one
this
that's
one,
supposed
but
to
we'll
change
watch this
this
one
entire
anyways.
thing around. You're the one that your ancestors and your grandfathers and your greats have been waiting on. You're the one that's supposed to change the entire trajectory.
I believe the Archons are mining the negative emotions and conflict from humans to use as fuel.
Even though that comes
I can agree with that.
burden and responsibility. But you're the
Well, yes
one
and no.
for the task.
I don't have my chart here, but
Everything in this
should get
entire
it.
world has tried to stop you from realizing that fact. You're the one. And I know your childhood wasn't great. I know that your upbringing wasn't as lustrous as other people.
Angels and Archons
It needed to be.
are
But it
powers.
was exactly what is needed for the task of
I'm going to
changing
stop this.
your legacy.
So, Angels and Hey, B. Freeman. Angels and Archons. If I had my chart up here, I'd show you. The angels are the powers that come from the Archons. Let me get my chart. Then you get into demons. But angels, Archons, are gods, like we are. We're gods as well. Small g. But you fit into the category. Uh-oh. Looks like my chart got wet. I have to redo that. So angels and Archons are, I can read you some of their names. The Archons are Taurus, Leo, Cancer, Sagittarius. The angels that come from them are the Dynamis, the Exousia Elohim, the Archai, the Archangels, the Angels, Wisdom of Curiosities, Spirit of Earth, Seraphim, Cherubim, the Holy Spirit, the Will of God. All of these powers come from the Archons. The Archons are the various signs of the zodiac and the planets, and then in their realm are the rulers, the gods. Hey there, Teresa. Oh, there's Paula.
Hello.
Hi, Paula. How you doing?
I'm good, especially since I did another video on the butterfly cluster on the 8th, which was the day of the Immaculate Conception.
Yep.
And I found out that it is this time of year that is on the horizon.
How long is it on the horizon for, and when does it
It's
start?
fall, like late fall, early winter.
Okay, so for quite a while, eh?
Yes, I didn't know that, but it occurred to me to check on the 8th, and I did, and boom, there it was. So I knew that I should make another butterfly cluster video and found a new link that I read a
Okay.
paragraph or two from in the video. And I put the short version that's like 7 minutes
Mhm.
in your live chat there on YouTube instead of the other one that's like almost 19 minutes.
Okay.
That way it
All
don't
right.
suck your whole video up. The most important part is in those 7 minutes.
All right. Let me see, where is that? Okay, we'll give that a play.
I'll mute myself.
Very interesting presentation. I enjoyed it. So let's give it a look. The short version of the butterfly cluster. There we go. Okay. Oops. Play it.
Exactly as it is worded here. Need to turn it up some.
I turned it up as much as it'll go.
Sagittarius's arrow. Okay. To the butterfly cluster, the splendors of the heavens, and I found a good read, at least in part. And I will try to remember to put the link
Hey,
in
Temperance.
description and in comment under the video when it's done, and I will pin the comment so that it will always be at the top. For those who don't know what the description box is, they'll still be able to find.
Can you guys hear that okay?
Watch
Put
this.
captions on. Yeah, that's probably, I don't know if I can. Let's see here.
Now watch AI screw my words all up. Oh God.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
Okay, let's see what it does here. Back to the beginning.
It is pointing here. Now, what
Nope,
I came
not showing up.
across when looking it up exactly as it is worded here, I googled. You might need to refresh it.
Okay, I could try that.
It said subtitles was still off. It didn't fully turn on.
Okay, let's give that a try. Okay.
Scorpio. No. It is pointing here. Now, what I came across when looking it up exactly as it is worded here, I googled Sagittarius's arrow pointing at or to the butterfly cluster, the splendors of the heavens, and I found a good read.
Okay, so the Sagittarius, what she's saying is you're going to have to give us the brief, hon.
I'm thinking I'll just read it to you while you leave that on the screen. Just pause it.
All right.
I'll just read the paragraph to you because
All right.
they don't want people to hear this, but you're going to have to let me go
Obviously.
and share my link.
Hi, Mr. Miyagi.
I have it at the top of my page here so that everybody knows. It's easy to find. It's called The Burning Truth, The Flaming Arrow on Sagittarius. Now, I found this a couple of years ago, right before the vid incident. And I'm not, okay, making sure I wasn't muted. And when well, that's the one that led me to Stellarium. So I was poking around in Stellarium a couple years after she had told us about Stellarium. I finally got around to getting it, putting it on my computer. And I was looking through it, and I was like, there are 88 constellations, and only one of them is pointing somewhere, and that was Sagittarius with Sagittarius's arrow. Well, in reading this piece of paper, this article that I found the other day, I found out that it's not so much the story of Sagittarius isn't so much about the whole constellation, but the arrow itself.
Yes.
So I think I'm going to read a little bit more than I read in that video.
Okay.
Sagittarius is the sign of the teacher and the teaching, of the aspirant, aspirant, and the mentor, the roaming comet and the quest, and the adventurous arrow loosed upon the far-seen target over the philosophical horizon. But it was not always so. It is more anciently, the sign of the feared warrior on horseback and the sign of a lethal weapon, usually from range. Now, mind you, they always play lethal weapon this time of year. Who don't know that? Okay.
Okay.
This part has been forgotten in more romantic, they don't word this right, so I have to do it as I go.
Okay.
It should have been checked before it was put up. This part has been forgotten in the more romantic take on Sagittarius of the present day. But it is an ancient one, and it still stands. Indeed, the focus of the entire constellation and its sign is not really on the centaur, but on the arrow, which I did not know at the time, over 2 years ago. This weapon adds to the thrusting creative power of life and awareness that its existence must mean something, but does not reveal what it is. In the video, I say, I'm telling you what it is. It's the way out. It's the way home. It's when we ascend or get raptured or however that works. Only that its location is somewhere over the next horizon, out there in the vast reaches of experience. And this is the grand finale. It is, in essence, an aspiring energy, a wandering, wayfaring, somewhere over the rainbow, somewhere over the rainbow. So I found the somewhere over the rainbow and horizon, and it has a horizon kind of force. Sagittarius is all about faith in winning the lottery. For me, I don't think it's the physical lottery. I think it's the spiritual lottery, because when we rapture or ascend, we have hit the lottery of lotteries, because this is where we're going.
Okay.
It's about faith and principles in family and in the innate moral and ethical ways of being that the soul instinctively knows is right, not the garbage of the past years here. It believes in higher forces and benevolent ones, which are good. Benevolent is good. Either as God, karma, laws of the land, or simply as integrity and conscience to put things right. And we're going to do that. The archer's bullseye is not the bullseye in Taurus like many think. The archer's bullseye is the meaning of life. And in there, I read that 3 times. The archer's bullseye is the meaning of life. So the bullseye that is the meaning of life is the butterfly cluster. It's the target.
Okay.
When in despair, so like when anyone is in despair, they feel like everything is meaningless. In short, Sagittarius is a spiritual warrior that looks up for truth and guidance and is crushed by a crippling sense of meaninglessness if it fails to find its target. If it fails to find its target, if it continues to miss the mark, that is the butterfly cluster. It is the Holy of Holies. It is the secret place of the Most High.
Cool. So
I
you're,
found it.
yeah. So Paul's claim is that when we die, that we should be headed towards the butterfly cluster, I believe is your essence of this.
Yes. So like when you leave your body, just think butterfly cluster and head that way.
So that's one thing that is said in the Bible, to know the sky,
Yeah,
to understand the sky. So here might be a possible key.
It's
for
the
us.
golden key. I have another
Yeah.
video that proves that it's the golden key. There's two keys. There's a silver key and a gold key. This is the gold key. The gold key gets you the heck out of reincarnation.
Yeah,
The silver key keeps kicking you back in here.
We're getting some good comments here.
Well, the
Benevolence
silver
is
key
all
don't mean
evil.
Who said that? I don't know who that
Temperance,
is.
benevolence is all evil. It's
No,
violence.
benevolence is good. It's malevolence that is evil.
Yeah, it's malevolence.
Yes.
Yeah. Beni in Hebrew means son of. Okay. Sin is an archery term. Yes. Very good, Twilight Sun. Let's see. I've come to be aware that the theme in the Butterfly Effect movie is real. I call it quantum cloning. Interesting. It's
Ah.
paradox fossils. Babel, Archer, find my fuser. Temperance.
I don't know.
I thought butterfly was a symbol of mind control. Interesting.
Well, doesn't this world try to defile everything good?
That is true. They have inverted almost everything.
They invert it all. Everything has a light side and a dark side. It depends if you twist it into witchcraft or not.
Yep, that is true.
Yes.
So yeah, I like that theory of yours. So when we die, we do get some time, guys. So there's not, it's not totally instantaneous. You get some time to look around. We've looked at people after they have died, quite a few, and you get some time, so you can go and find the butterfly cluster when you die, and take a look, see if that's the key, if that's the gateway. Is there a close-up image of it? Does it? Have they done anything like that, Paula? Or
They haven't done anything. This is my work.
okay. No, I was wondering if there were any images of it.
Oh, I could bring up one of mine and
this moon god is a
share
moon
it.
goddess.
Let me go get it.
And this is why people were called sinners, because they were followers of the feminine principle of the goddess. Interesting.
Oh, they were sinners because they were missing the mark.
Yeah, sin is just a missed mark.
Yeah, it's just a missed mark. That's all.
She was called Nanar, or Sin. Yeah, there is Sin is the sun, is the moon.
Oh, come on. There we go.
And all of those gods, the sun, the moon, they all have masculine and feminine attributes,
Oh, I don't think it'll work.
personified in different ways.
Let's see. Share
Can't have
screen.
you on my lap right today, Max. Oh, so there we go.
Can you see it?
Yep. Let me see this here. I'll make that full screen. Oh, Max.
Anyone who wants a picture of this, please take a screenshot. You're going to want it.
So right between Scorpio and Sagittarius, there is the
Yes.
butterfly cluster.
Yes. They say that Sagittarius is aiming for the heart of the Scorpio, but it is not.
No.
It is not aiming for squat at Scorpio. It is pointing to the butterfly cluster because it is the mark, the bullseye.
Cool.
Yes.
I was just wondering, like, they call it the butterfly cluster, so does it look like a butterfly? Like in a close-up?
No, well, if you look up here in the upper left-hand corner,
I'm gonna check on
it's
Google
also
here.
called the splendors of the heavens.
Okay.
I think that's pretty self-explanatory. The splendors of the heavens. But no, it doesn't really look like a butterfly.
I have a cat trying to jump on my lap. No, Max. No.
I mean,
Go
I could
down.
open up Stellarium and show you too, but
Okay. I have some images of it here in the night sky.
yeah, you can just show images. Okay, is everybody
find,
done with it? So I can.
Yep.
Everybody got their screenshots?
Okay. So right between Sagittarius and Scorpio, guys. Can't miss it. Okay. Let's see what this looks like. Share screen. Google search of the butterfly cluster. Okay. Well, it doesn't look much like a butterfly at all.
Nah. But we are caterpillars, and one day we'll figure out how to get our butts into our chrysalises, or it'll happen when we die. And when we come out, we'll be a butterfly. So, and where does that happen? But here.
Okay. That's interesting they call it that. Or the, what is the other name of it?
The splendors of the heavens.
Splendors of the heavens.
Yes.
It's a lot of white stars in there.
Yes.
And I'm wondering if it might be an older region of, well, those look like giant stars, but it's hard to tell if they're galaxies or stars from this type of an image. So
Yeah, they don't give you good images on
Yeah.
mine.
So there's a beauty.
Yeah, that one's, yeah. You can kind of use your eyes to form a butterfly with that one, but
See, what I'm getting is a man on a horse with a lance, but
I know it's, but you know, butterfly, I think it just means this is home for all the butterflies.
all of those transformed, eh?
Yes, be transformed by the renewing of your mind.
B. Freeman comments that Monarch MK Ultra Monarch trauma-based mind control programming.
See, they
Yeah.
misused it there.
Yep.
Max, let's tell them about what happened to us a couple years ago even. I think it was that long ago.
The butterflies.
When me and my husband went to Walmart and I had a monarch butterfly playing chicken with my ass as I walked up to Walmart. And then it got right up to me and flew around me. I get home, Max had sent me a picture of a monarch butterfly.
Yeah. I had monarchs following me around all that day as well. They weren't following me, but everywhere I went, there were monarchs. So I got up close to one that just, it wasn't moving. It sat still for me on a branch until I could get up nice and close and get a good picture of it. There was a couple of them that were doing that for me. So they were very friendly on that day. I sent one to Paula, and she had been, as she says, chased around by a butterfly.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was aiming straight for me. So I kind of wonder if I'm like a monarch, like in the TV show Under the Dome.
Oh, maybe. That's an interesting thought.
Yeah. I mean, I'm the one that found the butterfly cluster.
Mm.
No one else ever talks about it.
No,
I mean,
I've never heard anyone else talk about it at all.
No, no one ever talks about it, you know, because it's the secret place of the Most High until someone finds it.
Does this have anything to do with Aldebaran, the bullseye, or no?
No, that's the distraction.
That's somewhere else, isn't it? Completely.
That's in the bull. That's in the head of the bull, the third eye area of the bull, the forehead of the bull.
Yeah. So
I think maybe that's the ego. You have to overcome your ego.
Aldebaran is the bullseye, right?
But it's not the mark that we keep missing because we don't.
Yeah, it's. I just thought I'd bring it up as a contrary point, kind of, you know.
Yes. It's just that everybody talks about the bullseye.
Under the Dome, Stephen King. I've never read Stephen King, Michelle.
Oh, Under the Dome. Oh, it's good.
Mm.
And there was an egg. Remember when I got up from my sleep a couple years ago as well, and I put my feet on the floor, and as soon as I stood up, I said egg out loud?
I don't recall that. But.
Yeah, well, I had this happen to me a couple years ago as well. And I was like, what in the shit? And then I find out after that they say that the earth might even be shaped like an egg. Or the universe, our universe is shaped like an egg, and everything was egg, 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 egg after that.
Yeah, yeah. There is the cosmic egg.
The cosmic egg, yes.
Mhm. On my okay, Scotty boy, how you doing? So I haven't read Under the Dome by Stephen King. I don't know what it's about. So I don't
I'm
know.
sure
I imagine The Simpsons made an episode about it, so I probably saw that.
I don't watch The Simpsons anymore, so I wouldn't know if they did a good job.
Oh, they're great for predictive programming. So, you know, they get you ready for what's coming.
Yes, I know. Supposedly they're using something called the yellow box.
Oh, okay.
So,
I've heard of the black box, the gold box.
well, they call it the black box, but it's gold.
Yeah. What they'd have now is D-Wave
Yeah.
computing that they don't understand and they don't explain. But it's super cold. What it does is it creates like a negative zone where answers come from. That's sounding awfully sketchy to me. That's like a more like a Ouija board or something.
Well, it's AI.
Well, it could be. Could be something else, right? They don't even know. They don't know how it works, which is the most bizarre thing. How do you create a technology?
Husband's home.
Okay. How do you create a technology that you don't understand how it works? I just don't get that. So you'll have to tell me a little bit more about Under the Dome, because I have no idea about that.
Do you have programs that you use to watch TV shows on, like Freevee and stuff like that, and Pluto, and maybe one of those has it out there somewhere?
Yeah, I don't watch shows, so I have an antenna on my TV, and I watch Big Bang Theory for dinner, and that's about it.
I like Big Bang Theory. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I do with TV, really. I watch the news every once in a while if I want to get angry.
That's hilarious, right?
Yeah.
Because but how else are you going to find out what they're lying to your loved ones if you don't watch it every once in a while?
Yeah. I just sit there going, that's a lie. That's a misinterpretation. There's no facts to back what you're saying up. That type of thing. Just goes on and on throughout the entire broadcast. You can see after years of not watching the news, their propaganda just doesn't work anymore. So, yeah, misinfo. Again, John, it's like posse tracks rear end. Nobody knows how it works, just does. And sewing machines, those are a weird thing too. How do you get something to loop a thread through itself just by spinning around? I don't get it. I've looked inside those things for years, never understood how they work. The Gunslinger was a great book, not too long, real memorable. Okay. Were there aliens in it? All right. Well, I'm opening up the floor if anybody wants to come up and chat, have any comments or anything they want to talk about. The Gunslinger is an interesting subject. I don't know much about that either. I hope it has aliens in it. Yeah, exactly, Michelle. Life is fascinating. I like Manly P. Hall's vision on that. We live our lives and we die and we go back to the green room. We say, wow, that was fun. Let's go again, right? Shane, come back, Shane. I love this ride we call life. It's got its ups and it's got its downs, but its ups are really awesome. Yeah, he was brilliant. I was sicker than a dog last weekend with TMJ. And in those moments, you sit there and you think, I'm in so much goddamn pain that I think I'd like to end it right now. But you know that there's always a tomorrow. And here in Canada, they're oh my God. Have you guys heard about what they're doing in Canada? They are telling people, you know, there's memes going around of people with toothaches going, well, I could extract that tooth, but we have euthanasia. Yep, I agree with that, Michelle Cannon-Free. They said that Christ says the way to heaven is through is to be childlike. In some
Right.
interpretation.
Children are trusting and loving.
Yep.
Yep.
The Dark Tower series, Stephen King. I've seen the books, but again, I haven't read it. I haven't read any Stephen King. You know, I like the you know, there was a Family Guy episode where they said, "Okay, Stephen, what's your idea for your next book?" It's possessed lamp. You know, it's like he just comes up with anything that's possessed, or I don't know. I really haven't read his books, so I can't say, but it seems like he writes a book every month or so. I think so. I still say that in about 5 years, that this world's going to be a completely different place. It could go one way, it could go the other, but from what you guys have viewed in remote viewing, it looks like there's going to be a pretty decent world after this. I know most of you are going to make it through it. So look for a happy ending on the other side. It's going to take work, though. We still have to fight. We're going to have to go through hell for it, but we can get it. Let's see. Magic miracles happen when you give up and don't. But yeah, when you want to give up but don't. The universe always falls in love with a stubborn heart. From my stubborn heart to yours, love you. Nice, Michelle. Yeah, our happy ending is coming. I think that's why I somehow keep tripping over my head and fall into a good time. There you go. It was a fun book? Okay. Possessed lamp monster. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but we have to go through the total collapse is going to happen before anybody wakes up enough to do anything. At least in my country. So we're going to have to hit starvation levels and things like that. No, like lack of fuel, people freezing. It's going to have to get really bad before it gets good. But once people decide to turn it around, once people say in their mind that what we're doing has been wrong and can realize it because they'll see the effects of it, then they'll turn it around. But unfortunately, only then. But it's important for us to keep screaming, we need change, and tell them the changes we need. We need new government, not this old, used up, corrupt system we have, you know. And the Canadian government really, in itself, isn't bad. The laws aren't that bad. The implementation of the laws is being skewed all across the world. And that's finally starting to be seen, at least.
Yeah, we need government, not tyrants.
Yeah. We're getting that in some places. You guys are getting Florida and Texas. We're getting Alberta and Saskatchewan, who have refused to put up the money for Justin Trudeau's gun grab. So they won't have the resources to go around and gather people's guns. The RCMP, which is Justin's private police force, his Stasi, will be unfunded. So they won't have jobs. So you can go and try and grab guns if you want, but you won't be funded by the government to do that. And you'd probably be subject to getting punched in the face. so, so there is hope happening. There's small pockets of resistance that people can see, and that's important. If they don't see any resistance, they think that everybody's doing the same thing and that we're all in agreement with this. But nobody's in agreement with it. It's all projected. It's all made up. It's all bots. Bots are everywhere. Potted meat on the street. You're doing potted meat again. Nice. Exactly. Way too large of a gap. Way too large of a gap. They're showing that they don't care. So we have to stop it. Okay. Stolen crack, stale crackers, huh? I'll have to try that. How do you get a stale cracker? Don't they start off stale? I got a lot of corned beef in the cupboard, though. That's pretty good stuff. I like that on crackers. Never had it on stale crackers. Revelation of the method. They have to show us and tell us everything they're doing. Yeah, there's a lot of people that believe that. And it seems it goes either ways, Michelle. Either they're informing each other, but really, they get together in private all the time. They seem to want to do these public displays, and I agree with you. It seems that if they tell you, they somehow think that they get off karmically free, but that's well past the point of being true, because they've gone after children. So they've gone after the innocent. So they're toast in God's eyes. As far as I understand it, a gap from the rich to the poor. Yeah, that divide is becoming huge as well. And these rich people, 100 new billionaires were made over the past 2 years, all on your money. Isn't that great? By government edict, for the things we're getting forced on us right now. What if we don't care what they're doing or did? Well, if you don't care, I don't know. Is that like burying your head in the sand? Because if you bury your head in the sand and don't look at what's going on around you, you're liable to get it chopped off. So you can do that for a while, but eventually the world will come around and get you. People are getting exposed, and yep. We've had the WEF and Klaus Schwab mentioned in Parliament. It was hilarious. They shut it down on the mere mention of his name. The Speaker of the House, like your Nancy Pelosi thingy, just shut it down. Said, I can't hear you. The mics aren't working. You can clearly hear them. But he just shut it down. And that was the end of Parliament. That's exactly true, Scotty boy. The worse it looks means the more waking up and seeing that that's a good thing. Yeah. So, we just have to be prepared. We know that there's going to be food shortages. I've been telling all kinds of people. Justin Trudeau actually told people publicly, like Michelle says, they tell you exactly what they're going to do. And if you're not prepared for it, or if you fall for the trick, that's tell Karma I'll kill her first. The original thought apparently was desire, temperance. Something of a bit difference is right there, right here, but not many can see it. Yeah. Sorry, Beefrina, I butchered that on you. But I do believe we can come out on the other side. Once people are out hungry for the truth, instead of just hungry for TV shows and video games and, the latest bauble they're shaking in front of your face to make you distracted. When they decide that they really want to have good lives, and healthy lives, they'll start looking and they'll start seeing all of the things that are going on. Like, we have to go way back. Like, our military has been helping, blame it on potted meat. We've been looking in the wrong place. The military has been blaming the flu on you. You're the fault for the flu. And it's not you. Read the Electric Rainbow. It's wireless technology. That's not to say that we don't go through cleansings every once in a while, but they're not to this extent, not to the point where they kill people. That's been going on since the introduction of radar, which is everywhere. Everything you see that they're putting up can be considered radar because it's what it is. It's a radiation emitting device. That's what it does. Just like the radar wave or radar stove that we used to have in our kitchens. Now they're called microwaves, but they used to be called radar ranges. Yeah, put your potted meat in there, right? An empty space will be filled. That is true. Yeah. Blame it on the rain, right? Hey, Steve-O, good to see you. Divine Feminine Rising? Yeah, I was having some good thoughts about the Divine Feminine and Masculine. See, we have a right and left hemisphere, and they call them masculine and feminine. But I don't think I have a feminine side. I have a analytical side and an artistic side, because I'm all male. Max, kipper snacks and a potted meat for a real kitty treat. My cats don't like sardines. I do. It's about the oil and gas industry saturated the whole planet with lead. Well, now they're doing it with aluminum, barium, and strontium too. Since 1979, Thoth. I could give you the document, the treaty. Hold on. Would divine need to raise feminine? I don't know. I don't quite understand what you mean. Leaded gasoline they banned was it late 80s or early 90s? I can't remember. Kipper is smoked mackerel. I've never tried that.
I sent you the picture in our Hangouts chat, so you could put that on screen
Let's see.
instead of that, because people will, I think, remember the other picture better upon death than this clump of stars.
Okay. Okay. I'll open up a new tab.
Get it burned into their memory, seared in. Because it is where we're going if we're ready. I don't think that we can sneak in. I think that wherever the silver key is, you're going to be like a bug on a windshield, flying, smack, and then you're back down here again.
Okay.
You hit the dome and you fall back down in.
Yeah, there's an interesting video I saw years ago, and this guy was using an infrared camera, and it showed what looked like a crack in the sky. It looked like you would think it would be a lens crack or something, but he moved his camera around. This crack stayed in the same position, and it was using an infrared. And then he was watching it for about, for a good while. He kept his lens on there for a good long while until he caught some things flying by. And what he started noticing was that things would be going along and they would just disappear at the crack. One thing after another. So there may be a crack and maybe a dome or a bubble or some type of that could even be a crack in the universe where they're traveling to a higher dimension or a different part of the universe. They might be like
Well,
wormholes.
Elvis Presley sang a song that spoke of there's a crack in this old ceiling. And then he says, we're gonna move to a better home.
Okay.
And I think that the Milky Way is the crack because that's where the butterfly. And I thought that before I found the butterfly cluster right smack dab in the Milky Way.
Mm.
And there's another video that I do believe I uploaded.
Some of us might, Michelle, realize we're in a die-off, worldwide die-off.
Where is it?
Yeah, we are going through a great extinction, most of it man-made due to all the pollution. Yeah, pollution of all types. And they've really polluted the human body recently to the point where fertility is down another, I think it's down 25% down to 25% of what it was a couple of years ago. So good luck breeding in the future.
Yeah.
We're going to have to find super breeders, people who can actually impregnate and create eggs, viable eggs. That's going to be amongst a lot of you people. So get ready to sell your eggs for a good price and your sperm.
Well, if we're still here, yes. If we're over there, we won't have to worry about it.
Yeah. And a lot of us here are going to make it through this quite well.
Yeah.
I have another, as far as I know, I have another 30 or 40 years here. So,
As far as I know, I have until I'm 60 and I'm 54 now. And that's according to Kala Vedic astrology. If I read it properly. And I'm pretty sure I did. But if we ascend between now and then, I have even less time here than that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Turn on the archons. Okay. Yeah, die-off. We are going to go through a die-off, I think. At least in the Western world. A lot of places, there are a lot of places that couldn't afford the luxuries that we're being given forcefully right now. And they're going to do quite well. A lot of Eastern European countries couldn't afford to buy the
thing.
The thingy.
The thing with the stuff.
Yeah, the thing with the stuff that makes you go infertile. So they couldn't afford it, so they're going to be doing just fine. There's a lot of African countries that refused it, but their presidents died. And they will be getting it, but not as widespread as North America, where we have all this free printable money that we just create out of thin air and give away. It's a ridiculous system. Where are my cigarettes? No. My swimmers just wink at their okay. And boom, baby in the way. Okay. Cool. Well, we're at an hour. I think I'm going to cut it off here.
One moment, please. I have one more video.
All right. I have to get some dinner. And we will be doing class again tonight, so that'll happen.
Okay, I heard it go through at your end. I don't know why they're showing a picture of April. It's not her video. But it is the right video. I clicked on it to make sure.
Okay.
That's weird. They put her picture there.
Okay.
Now, a lot of things I've been teaching on my channel, they speak about in here. It blew my mind.
With me. If you've ever wondered why the 13th astrological sign Ophiuchus has been hidden, or why we know nothing about the silver and golden gates, you're going to want to watch this video. So, as I discussed in a previous episode, the Catholic Church actually has an emblem called the Keys of Heaven, and they represent the metaphorical keys of the office of St. Peter, the keys of heaven, the keys of the kingdom. So my question is why did the church hide this knowledge from us, but yet use it within their emblem? Well, the ancient Greeks believed that souls reside in the Milky Way between incarnations, and that there are two gates, the silver gate of Gemini, through which souls descend to earth, and the golden gate of Sagittarius, through which souls ascend. What's interesting is the silver gate leads to reincarnation in ancestors, and the golden gate leads beyond reincarnation. Now, let's investigate why this is hidden. According to Greek legends, Ophiuchus, as Asclepius, was unalived by Zeus because he was on his way to bring a healing herb to humanity, which would have given them immortality and the ability to raise people from the afterworld. And what's crazy is I said in a previous video that this story actually ties to a poem, the Epic of Gilgamesh. We need to also realize that the Bible could be allegories about astronomical events, because the ancients believed Orion's belt was the universal umbilical cord, and they called these people Orion thinking man or original man. This cord's also the ethereal pathway connecting the original man of wisdom with his divine parent. And when the sun aligns with the galactic center where Ophiuchus is located, this will complete the Holy Trinity, the Mother, Father, and the Child. Because they knew to enter the gate of man, it means death to yourself, which is ego death. It talks about how we merge the light and dark, how we move through the next doorway, which is Ophiuchus, and is exactly 180 degrees opposite of Orion. He's a serpent bearer, and we unify serpent Kundalini, and we become resurrected, just like the story of Jesus. And Ophiuchus represents that. 12 disciples plus Christ, Ophiuchus equals 13. So I want to point out something interesting, because if you see, demons were code words for stars.
Okay, that's done. So, yes, you have to become a serpent bearer in order to go through the butterfly cluster. But that's not where the door is. I showed you where the door is. And I was showing my keys because the one time that Milky Way Weekly had me on his channel was to talk about from Lucifer to Christ, the evolution of the human soul. And he had me on there because I would always say, I have the keys, because my channel's all about keys. So I was showing my keys that I showed off in Brian's video, for those who remember that video, because it's no longer up.
Okay. You don't have a copy of it, or?
Oh God, I might somewhere on this computer. There are so many things on this computer.
Okay. Cool. Well, thank you for that.
You're welcome. So yeah, I thought, wow, when I came across that, I was like, wow, because she said Galactic Center. Well, Galactic Center is Butterfly Cluster, Splendors of the Heavens, not Ophiuchus. You have to be able to wield the serpent in order to get through.
Cool.
Yes.
Very good. Okay. On that note, thank you very much for showing up, Paul.
You're
and
welcome.
all of you in chat. We'll catch you later. Keep that third eye open. Use your intelligence and your intuition. Bye-bye.